This is one way to make a simple song in GarageBand. So I've opened GarageBand and I can click the plus to make a new start. But if you're already in the middle of a different song, it might look something like this, in which case you click in the top left, the area that looks like a piece of paper. So I'll just go back here and now I'll click the plus to start a project. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to add drums. Now we could have added these drums, the smart drums here, but I'm going to use one that says drummer. So when I get to drummer, I open it up. And the first thing that you'll need to do is you'll need to press play so that you can listen to the drums. Now you can change the drummer by tapping on the drummer's name, and it will change drummers to different styles so you can listen to them. And there's all sorts of things you can change on this page. You can make them louder, quiet, more complex. You can add fills, which are extra bits in between the beats. And so there's lots of different things that you can add here. I'm just going to leave this one as it is. So at the moment I've got 8 bars. If you look at the top, coming along here from number 1 to number 8, I've got 8 bars of music on the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a different track now. I'm going to tap on the third button from the left that looks like some lines. So I'm going to tap that, and this is my tracks menu. And then down at the bottom on the left, you'll see that there is a little plus, and I'm going to tap that, and this lets me add another track. So I'm going to tap that plus, and what I'm going to look for now is the bass. I'm going to add the bass to the next track, and I would like to add the bass where it says smart bass. So if you look at the bottom underneath the bass guitar, it says smart bass. So I'm going to tap on that. Now it opens up and I can change the style of bass that I've got. At the moment it says Liverpool, and what I can do is I can change this autoplay button to 4 different styles. So you can click through these and listen. So if I put it on number 2 and press the C chord here, it will start to play. And then if I change this, it will, so now this is choice number 3, choice number 4. So I'm going to go back to choice number 2. I'm going to tap on that C to stop it playing. Okay, now where it says Liverpool, if I tap on that, where that bass is, it will give me other basses, so I can actually change it to a different style. So I could press this and listen to this one. Okay, so I'm just going to jump back to the Liverpool one because that's the one that I want to use. Right, okay, so what I want to do is I want to record my track. Now, I've got 8 bars, and then have a look at this document chord progression. It tells me that this is an example, and I'm working in the key of C, so I can use C, F, G and A minor. And what I can do is for my first 2 bars, I'm going to play C. So my first bar is 1, 2, 3, 4, and my next one is 1, 2, 3, 4. So that will be C, and then I'm going to change to G. So I'll show you what that looks like, and then you'll be able to see that on my recording. So if I jump back to GarageBand, so when I press the record button at the top, it will start to record that, and then I'll be able to play my music to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press that button to record, and what I'll do is I might just press that C first so it's ready to go. So if I press this button, I'll get a 4-second countdown. If I press the red record button, C 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, G 2 3 4, G 2 3 4, A minor 2 3 4, A minor 2 3 4, F 2 3 4, F 2 3 4. Okay, so I've stopped that now. I can press play and listen to that and see if I'm happy with it. If I'm not happy with it, then I can just rewind it back to the start and press record and do that again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to all my tracks by pressing this tracks button, which is the one that looks like all the lines. And so I'm now in my track, and you can see I've got 2 tracks. I've got a drum and I've got a bass. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add another track by pressing this plus down at the bottom, and I'm going to go and find the guitar track. So I'm going to press Smart Guitar, and then again I need to listen to these to see which guitar that I prefer. So I'm going to come away from acoustic and I'm going to try a different one. So maybe I'll try the Roots Rock one. So if I press my autoplay and move that up to 2 again, and then just press C to see what it sounds like. Okay, so I can use this. I would encourage you to change around and see which ones that you like as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to record this again, and I'm going to follow the same notes that I had here. So I'm 2 C's, 2 G's, 2 A minors and 2 F's. So it makes sense for you to follow them. You don't actually have to do this. It will sound much more easy. It's much easier to do if you follow the same progression. You could have a different one, but I'm going to do the same one. So. Okay, so if I press stop, then I can play this back. See if I like it. The other thing that I can also do is I can go back to my layers, and in my layers I can see my instruments here. And if I decide that there's an instrument I don't want and I want to actually get rid of it, I can tap over here, just tap on the guitar, tap delete, and then that would get rid of that instrument. What I can also do is, if you look really carefully, there's a button in the middle, on the middle of the screen, just below all the instruments. It's like a little line, and I can use that to pull the instruments out, and then I can see the volume. So if I find that one instrument's a bit louder than the others, I can turn it down. Now you can keep adding more instruments. You'll see that I've tapped the plus and I've gone to an organ here. So you can keep adding more instruments to see what it sounds like, or take some instruments away. That's up to you. So that's the first part where we make our first 8 bars of our song.